Hi everyone, I'm doing a video on Olivia Newton-John tonight because it's been nearly 2 weeks since she died, but I can't get her out of my mind. I'm sure she meant to you as much as she did to me, to all of us. She's really been a big part of our lives. I just love her here, don't you love her? When she was a country singer back in her early days, and apparently she didn't even think she's going to be a pop star, but all she knew was she wanted to be a vet, but she wasn't good at maths and science, so no luck there. But she had a lot of brains in her family. She had the right genes, but her and her sister were much more artistically inclined, and yeah, thank God she did pursue her singing career, thanks to the approval of a teacher and a mother, you know, so she wasn't really dead set on being an actress or a singer, but thank God that life led her down that path. Yeah, so I'd like to talk about my favourite album of hers, because in those early days that really shaped who she was as an artist, and that was perfect for her personality. Very warm, very welcoming. She was just lucky enough to get the songs that were just right for her. But then came her cancer diagnosis in 1992, and she responded to it with this album, Gaia. I'll do a track by track, tell you all about the record. I bought it when it was new, and I didn't know why it didn't do as well as I think it deserved. It was an amazing record because it's sort of got one foot in the old Olivia, you know, one foot in the door, and but one foot in the new Olivia. This is the Olivia who's authentic, who is writing her own music, and who is rolling with the punches, you know, in this case being cancer, a cancer diagnosis. So let's do, I'll do a review of that, and then I'll talk a little bit more in general. Was here at the right place at the right time to touch all of us in only the way that she could. First song is called Trust Yourself. So she gets the diagnosis, and her inner, you know, guidance tells her to trust yourself. Don't listen to the statistics, because she says that in nearly every interview. Don't listen to all the hype and all the fear that comes with cancer, but trust yourself. I'll read you a line from that song which I think is the most pertinent. I need to speak my mind. Sometimes the truth brings pain. Your pain will heal in time. I think this is very much in line with what the world is going through at the moment. It reminds me of the pain that we're all collectively in now, and how a lot of people are in denial of that pain. Some people want to muzzle others, muzzle themselves, and, you know, only pretend that a certain narrative is true and push that narrative. But pain brings about healing, and so many deny the existence of pain, and thus they block any healing. So that was really good advice that she gives herself. And by the way, this album she has referred to as her therapy. So this is very much a very therapeutic album. Everything in it, I believe, helped her survive cancer for 30 years. Talk about defying the odds. Next, Pegasus. Pegasus is named after horse in Greek mythology. And this horse is born in the springs of the ocean. It is, I believe, Olivia's like totem animal. It's the animal that gives her strength and healing power. This is because she appreciates horses in general. She probably likes the strength and, you know, the masculine energy you get from a horse, the focus and direction you get, and she prays for the fulfillment of her wish to be healthy and, of course, free of cancer. So that is the perfect, you know, totem, if you like, or mythological creature to call upon spiritually. In the song, I'll quote, "Where do you come from? Where have you been? Where will you go? Oh, I'll call for you whenever I need you. Will you take me on your back and fly away? Will you teach me why I'm here and lead the way? Oh, Pegasus. There you were in my dream, flying high just for me." And she also writes, "Creation of magic, you live in my heart. Your spirit will guide me, though we're dimensions apart." Very powerful words, you know. I've got to say, it really reminds me of some of Brian Wilson's work, where you can take a simple concept and put it to some very powerful music, and you've got something this is Gestalt principle, where the outcome is far greater than either the words or the music. It's the combination of them. And I certainly feel Pegasus is such a song. It's got a very new agey kind of relaxing music kind of feel to it. The next song is called Why Me? It's one of my favourite songs. Lyrically, it is definitely my favourite song of Olivia. I'm sure it probably is one of hers too. In this song, her spirituality is about seeing... She's expressing spirituality, and it's all about seeing opportunity. Opportunity in each and every of life's challenges. So in this case, it's as if the illness, cancer, has chosen her. Next song is called No Other Love. No Other Love, this is Olivia's opening up to her true spirituality, cultivating her relationship with our ultimate creator. So yeah, it's a very spiritual song. Next, we've got Don't Cut Me Down. This song is a song against logging, but not like today's woke culture and politics of bullying. It's just done with a lot of heart that only Olivia knows how to do. It's a song against logging with heart because it shows empathy. It shows empathy with the living heart of Mother Nature. She sings it from the point of view of a tree, can you believe? This is not such a wild idea for Olivia, because on her physical album, she sang a love song to a dolphin called The Promise. Okay. Next, we've got Gaia. Gaia is amazing. I'd never heard of Gaia until I heard that song back in 1994. And it is... Now she's singing from the point of view of Mother Earth. Now, the Gaia refers to the living spirit of the Earth, coined by James Lovelock. He was a scientist, environmentalist and futurist back in the 1970s. Can you believe he died 13 days before Olivia died? On his 103rd birthday. Amazing. It's like he waited out. Their souls, I think, are entwined. Now, naming his theory, the Gaia theory, it was named after a Greek goddess, Gaia. It was the first in Western culture to seriously propose the theory that the Earth itself is a living system, just like the human body. Thus, the theory, it suggested that the Earth self-regulates its temperature and enables its biosphere to be inhabitable. And there's one more line that I thought was wow. Do you love me the way that I love you? That takes environmentalism to a new level. Next song is Silent Ruin. It's a Spanish dance number. And basically what it translates to is, I will not give in to the cancer. I will not give in to it, no. I will not give in to it, no. She dances with her sorrow here, turning on the silver lining. I quote, "Then the morning comes with its golden light, and I feel all right." In another verse, she says, "For although you care, no one else can share. It's my own misery." That's my favourite line of the song, because here she's taking complete ownership of her illness, and it's like, I have my own dance. Let me do the dance. And it's her dance to deal with this situation. It's my song. The final two songs are called I Never Knew Love and The Way of Love. They are linked to each other conceptually. So I'll read you a verse from I Never Knew Love. Life is good, life is sweet. It's the way we perceive. Cynics say we can dream. Change your mind, heal the world. It's easy, just believe. That captures the essence of the whole positive thinking movement of the last, 50 or 100 years. Then the next song takes it to a deeper level. She says, every soul is searching just to seek the truth. Don't let anything get in the way of love. I can sing one song, you can sing another. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. So where she's taking this depth now is showing how words do indeed create our reality. So there's no point in being positive if your words or the concepts underlying your sentiment is actually negative, then you're just covering up your negativity with positivity, and that just takes up too much energy. It's best just to be authentically positive and to use the correct language. Okay, so that covers Gaia. I hope this will be a hit again. I actually don't even know if it was a hit back in the day. Her songs are very much, they're just beautiful sunshiny pop songs, but done with a lot of taste, like the song No Matter What You Do. I think that was her lead single. And it reminds me of the band Hanson. You might remember Hanson. About 3 years later they started, and three young brothers from America. And they had that kind of country pop sound that was very catchy and sort of danceable. And on a final note, Xanadu. This is my story of Xanadu. I remember when I was 6 years old, this came out, and I was next door at a neighbour's friend's place. She was playing me the record. I was so damn jealous. She said to me, "You're going to like this. Come and listen to this." And I did. I fell in love with every single song on this record, and evidently I never forgot them. The one song that I really loved the most, the one that really stuck in my head when I left her place that day, was Xanadu, the title track, written by Lynne of ELO. And I never bought a record in my life up to that point. I only started my record collection when I was 9. This was 3 years before. I so wanted this record, but I didn't know how I was going to get it. I didn't even know of record stores. At 6 years of age, you don't know that sort of thing. And I went to my parents the next day. We were at a shopping centre. I knew that shopping centre probably has this record, or at least could tell me where to get it. And I was at the shopping centre with my parents, and I threw a tantrum. I so wanted this album, but all my words were coming out wrong. And I just threw a tantrum. My parents, of course, not understanding what I wanted or needed, basically turned me down very quickly and said, "No, you've got to stop this or we're going home." And I pushed this album out of my consciousness for a good year or more after that, because it wasn't until physical, almost 2 years later, a year and a half later, that I fell in love again with Olivia Newton-John. And then I remember hearing Make a Move on Me, which I love to this day very much, and Heart Attack really stand out, those hits. And then 17, I got into Grease, and that brought back all the memories, of course, of the times and all those songs as well, including You're the One That I Want, which of course I do remember from kindy days. A lot of fun, very much fun. I think she made the world a lot warmer and a lot more welcoming, and a much better place to live in. But she died on the 8th of the 8th. That's the good news, because that's infinity symbol. So two infinities together. It's also known as Lion's Gate. So the 8th of the 8th every year, people meditate on that day, and because to amplify the power, the force, the spiritual force that supposedly runs that day. The 8th of the 8th, two infinity symbols, very powerful. So you will never be forgotten. Perhaps she was meant to die on that day to reassure us that she will never be forgotten. She'll never be ejected from our hearts. We love her very much. I love her a lot. Didn't realise how much she really was a part of my life, or didn't appreciate it enough in the last years. So I want to make up for it now. I love you, Olivia. You are amazing. Thank you. God bless.